Hello all and welcome and hello. Today I'm talking about Captain Marvel. This will be my spoiler review, if I'm honest. I'm going to quickly kind of talk about it a little bit, my kind of initial thoughts, but I will kind of talk about a little bit more spoilers at the end. But if I'm honest, please maybe watch the movie before listening to me garble, because truth be told I'm quite bad at remembering that maybe that was a said spoiler, because something can be a spoiler to somebody else and is different to what maybe I might think it is, but well, who cares. Captain Marvel. First of all, I want to talk about the cast. Brie Larson. To me, Marvel is in safe hands for the future, really, frankly. I'm going to admit it right now that I don't think the trailers did her any justice, really, of just how kooky and funny and kind of weird that she is, and she did such a good job at it. Like, when you think of, like, actually the range that she did in this movie, there's a great scene where she's really starting to kind of click together that, yeah, she's Carol Danvers. It's that stuff's, like, good. Like, I really liked what she did there, and there's so many moments where she delivers some funny moments, and I think she really pulled it off. And there's moments where she's quite weird, and I like that. And she was great with the action as well. Like, she was really kind of believable, because there's some actors where it's just kind of like, oh, that's where the stunt double is, isn't it? That's not obvious whatsoever. Oh, I think she just does such a really damn good job here. I think the costume looks great. I think Sheila is great. She clearly did put a lot of time and energy into the role, and I got to respect her for that, and I got to give her dues for that, because you get her off screen, because what I really like about with Captain Marvel is the journey that she has through the course of the movie. Like, you really quite get to her, you really quite like what's kind of happened and what did happen to her, which I might kind of talk about the spoilers kind of stuff, and it's interesting stuff, and it's really well done how they did it. I really quite like that kind of stuff. Another character I want to talk about, obviously, is Nick Fury. My god, the technology is really scary now of how they can make people look so young, and it's so realistic now, and I really liked how they made Nick Fury. He really did feel young, not just looks wise, but it's just his attitudes, the way he talked, the way he kind of sold himself, and I really liked how they did that. I thought that was quite well done. I think Samuel Jackson did a damn good job as well, because he felt like he felt like he was Nick Fury, but also doing a little bit of a different kind of thing, and I liked that. I think they did it well with that, and there's some great lines. I like the interaction he has with the cat that's in the movie. I might talk again about that, but there's spoilers. Ben Mendelsohn is another kind of one to talk about as Talos. I think he's good. I think he is really good. I've been reading a lot of other kind of stuff about him, and yeah, I think he's good. A little bit too comedic at times. I'm like, we're getting this. You know, I love Marvel movies, but sometimes I think the comedy does distract from the kind of overall thing, and that's with nearly all of them, to be honest. I think nearly every Marvel movie is quite a bad culprit for that. Yeah, I liked them. I loved the look of the Skrulls. I really liked that they kept the look, and as well as having an actual prosthetic mask. It wasn't CGI, which I was always kind of worried about. I'm glad that they didn't, because I always will prefer that over CGI. Anyone does, surely, you know. Depends though sometimes. I mean, like a Thanos, yes, that needs to be CGI, because you have Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse, and it looks terrible when they try and do something practical. This doesn't really kind of work. And obviously someone else to talk about is with Jude Law's character, and I'm going to say right now, I think Jude Law is not getting the credit he deserves. I think he was really good, if I'm honest. What he's probably best role. No, actually, to be fair, because I did like him as Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts as well. Like, he's really been kind of doing actually quite well, and I think he's really good in this movie too. There's more you kind of learn about him. You know, he's the good friend that you're meant to believe. I really liked him, and I really liked his suit as well. Jude Law, you handsome little bugger, you. I tell you, you look great in anything, don't you? To me, the four main players, I'd say. Oh, the other ones are more kind of supporting and almost cameo. I mean, yeah, we've got people like Phil Coulson came back. He's literally in his sprinkles. He's not really in it much. He has moments. I do like the moment. This will be a spoiler, but I'm just going to talk about it. I do like the moment where you get that trust with Nick Fury with Coulson, and I kind of like that moment. I thought that was nicely done. Annette Bening, actually, she actually became more than I thought she was kind of going to be, actually, and I really liked her. I'll talk a little bit more about her soon. I like the kind of the rest of the main team of Kree, which are called the Star Force. I think that's a cheesy name, but I liked it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say Star Force is a bit cheesy. It's like, well, I like a bit of cheese. I like a bit of cheese with my brie. Bad jokes are in this house. But I like the design and the kind of culture of that kind of like team. I like the whole kind of Kree stuff and all that. And there was all that kind of like bits and bobs of kind of like characters kind of pop. You obviously had Carol Danvers' best friend, and she was good when she was in it. There was some really good emotional scenes. I was like, alright, I'm actually really good. I'm really quite into this right now. But there just wasn't enough of her, I think, for me to really quite like her too. But that's kind of talking about the characters. Something I actually really want to talk about right now is just the overall mythology of this movie. I kind of wish there was more of the kind of the sci-fi stuff and all that, because I love that stuff so much. If anything to come away from this movie, it is a really fun sci-fi adventure, but I wish there was more of it. I love the opening where it's set in Hallapalooza, I can't remember. Kree's planet, basically, and it's so beautiful. There was a great shot where I swear to God it looked like Blade Runner, and it was so nice. It was like little lights, and there was like screens, and there was like holographs of like Skrulls and what they've been doing and all that. And there was a great shot when they're in a train, and I was like, oh God, give me more of this. I really want more of this, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy and I love Thor Ragnarok, because I am a sci-fi guy, and I do like that kind of stuff, and I think that's really quite great. And I'm not saying that it dips like when she goes to Earth, where I think that's the opposite for me a little bit with Thor. I think I actually like the Asgard stuff, but when he goes to Earth, I'm like, great. For me, I really liked the design. I liked the sets that they did for that planet. In fact, you know what? We'll go down to spoilers. So for my right now onwards, it is spoilers. So obviously, you know, we get more of their details and of the Supreme Intelligence. Now, I was a little bit disappointed in the comics. The Supreme Intelligence is a giant blue head, and I was like, oh, but I like that maybe. But they did say that the thing about the Supreme Intelligence is it showcases someone that meant a lot to you, and that's what it does basically. It shows Annette Bening, and if Annette Bening appeared to me, I'll be like, cool, it's Annette Bening, for goodness sake, you know. And she was really good actually. She was in the movie a lot more than I really thought. I really thought she was going to be like 2 scenes, a bit like what they did with Glenn Close in Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, please don't waste Annette Bening, please don't, because she's great, you know, we don't need that. But yes, yeah, we see her, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about anyone else, but I really thought they were going to be like, oh, that's actually Carol Danvers' mother, that's what she was. But really, she was actually more of a mother figure, I guess you could almost like. But it was like stuff like I did enjoy. I did like the whole kind of 20 to 30 minutes where basically the Black Ops almost really, and I loved all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, I could have had more of that. I really did like that. And through the course of the movie, basically the main plot of the whole kind of thing is of, Veers is trying to find out who she really is, while also trying to hunt down Skrulls. Then we get to the kind of, the big, I guess, twist almost really, that really the Skrulls aren't the bad guys, it is the Kree, and Carol Danvers discovering said that. I think it's done really well, and I think it's I mean, if you don't know anything about the Kree or the Skrulls or anything like that, that must come as quite a bit of a shock, to be honest. That must be a bit like, wow, that's actually quite interesting in how they done it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think this is generally one of the best Marvel storylines that they've done. It's got a bit of depth to it, it's got a bit of kind of weight to it, it's got some actual kind of drama moments to it, and I quite appreciate that for once, and I really enjoyed that kind of that stuff. And obviously, like, we kind of find at the end of the movie, we really see Captain Marvel's true kind of powers engage or ignite, it depends how you want to kind of say it, and it's amazing, it's so beautifully done. There's some really great shots where she's flying with the Mohican, and it just looks great. I really did like the whole kind of look of the movie, of that. The costume looked great. So that was kind of my main kind of points I wanted to say about the actual movie. A couple wee bits and bobs. I gotta give the movie, this is why I like Marvel movies, where they did the Flurkin, the cat from the comics, and he did actually have tentacle coming out of his mouth, and I was amazed by that they actually did that. There was so many references. I was amazed that the Tesseract was in this movie. I was like, alright, cool. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but there you go, it did. And obviously you find out that said cat is the reason behind why Fury doesn't see out that eye anymore, which I quite liked, because Coulson comes back to him and says, so I hear that it was a Kree officer that shot your eye or something out, and Actually, it was just the cat that did it, and I quite liked that. I liked that was the kind of the reason it was something like that, and I knew it was going to happen. I knew that was going to be the reason for it, because also simply because he's got basically claw marks on his face, to be fair, so it kind of literally does make sense for that to happen. But overall, what is my final kind of statement, I guess, of this movie? Is it great? No. Is it bad? No. It's right in the middle. I'd probably put it, would I put it in the, maybe the high 10s? I think I would maybe, I don't know. I'd obviously need to watch it a couple of more times. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Did I have a laugh? Yes. Did I like the drama? Yes. Did I like the action? Yes. It's just simply not just up with the greats to me. I really did enjoy it. It's just simply just not up there, up in the high ones, really. And that's really it. I mean, I generally don't have really much like on the bad side of what I kind of think of this kind of movie. I really did overall just enjoy it. And obviously talk about the after credit scene. First one, we see that the pager that Nick Fury had, that Black Widow, Captain America, Banner, and Rhodes somehow found it in the middle of, I don't know, it's meant to be like another city, I think, apparently, or something. But they've got the pager, and they're trying to obviously get it going, and they're like, oh, where's the person, obviously, how are we going to get the person that has this? And bang, there's just Captain Marvel. With beautiful, very straight to her. She must have got a damn good pair of straighteners when she was out in space. And obviously the second one is, and this is what I love about Marvel, where they make people wait now after the credits for just literally watching a cat throw up. That's basically the second after credit scene. I'm like, that's almost amazing how they're getting away with this almost. And but that's it. And overall, yes, that's my kind of review, I'd say, for Captain Marvel. I enjoyed it. As I says, I don't think it's great. I don't think it's bad. It's just right in that middle where I just had a good time, you know, and that's all that matters. And I find it crazy that there's so much drama and shite around all this for just a movie, do you know what I mean? And that's all it is, you know, it really is. You know, she's great. Okay, I'll quickly talk about it right now. Okay, she said things, it was a little bit worded wrong, and she said something about that, you know, and people aren't, because people only read headlines these days. They don't care. There are so many YouTube videos, and I'm sick to death of them, and they keep filling out the lie that's going about that she hates white men. She never said that, by the way. And they just keep listening to that shite, frankly, and they're not really taking in what she's trying to like say. And it's pathetic, you know. They're not fans. They're really pathetic, horrible people, because there's comments that folk have said, and I'm like, there's a reason why a lot of people hate people like you, and you're kind of proving that, you know. That to me, that's the dark side of fandom. Very much connected to with the recent Star Wars movie, where the poor actress that was in it, she had to delete Twitter because she was getting racial abuse or something like that. I'm like, come on, guys, like, you know, like, we're lucky that we get films for entertainment, and you're treated like that. It's just, it's as I said, it's pathetic, it's sad, and I don't like that kind of stuff whatsoever. I'll enjoy the movie, and that's all I want. Believe me, there's movies I hate, but like, I'm not going to attack the person. That's just sad. That really is not nice, you know, at all. I didn't want to talk much about that kind of stuff, but that was just what I'll say there. But yes, I'd like to know what you guys think if you've seen this movie. Comment down below. Was there anything I maybe missed that maybe you want to talk about? That's up to yourself. Let's maybe have a wee chat. Hopefully some videos in the future. So until then, see you later, see you later, see you later.